Well, strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix to throw right away. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So possession goes over here on the... And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Lisa 24.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Take right open.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay,
let's go.
I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing Nix. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Nix to the air. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Now it's Nix. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
11. Silver.
Now Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Lawson. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Hey, kill! On red.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
11, Agate. Hey, Lion.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Big 13 heavy. Red on red.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
To throw, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Nix once more. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is that balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey.
Lawrence will throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nix from the shotgun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Nix to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go, go, let's go. Here we go, son.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
30 left.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
11.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Easy. Hey, go. Tip.
Another tote for Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Muscling free near the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll go play action with Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lawson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Lisa 24. 13, Luke. Luke. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Into space at the 45. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Left. Saint right.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 5.
Hey, hey. Hey, check that. Silver.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
All right, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his fullback.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run with Etienne.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Take right open.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Go.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Nix to the air.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
Now, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand.
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now it's Nix.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Jaguars 21. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever.
11. Here we go, son.
On play action, Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lawson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now, I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
This 2nd and 4.
Hey, kill. Hey, Rob.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On red.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Hey, lion. Red.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Nix.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Right back to him on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Second and 14. To throw, here's Nix.
Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jaguars 28. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hot.
Here's Lawrence. Pass complete. Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Well, they need to score and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And some space here.
With the points that we've